Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here, coming at you with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna have an unboxing of Mattel Creations Extendar figure. This is my vintage Extendar figure. And again, Mattel Creations came in clutch with a very fast execution. Cue the dramatic box opening music. And here we go. Open it up. Here's the sleeve. And here is the figure. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. It has the collector's friendly style packaging so you don't tear it. That's really cool. And there he is. Mattel's Masters of the Universe Origins Extendar figure. This is actually kind of funny. They put the extension on his arms, and that does actually look kind of funny. It makes him kind of look like a monkey. But as you can see, the body styles are exactly the same. A heroic master of extension, Extendar. Excuse me. And here's the back of the box art. Really cool. Let's take this out, see what we got. All right, so here he is with all of his accessories out and his mini comic, Extendar. And let's take a quick look at his comic. The artwork looks really cool. I didn't read it yet, so I will take the time to read it and see what's up with this character. But it looks really nice. Oh, looks like the Horde captured him and is doing some stuff. All right. Interesting. His eyes glow and looks like he's changing into something else. All right, I look forward to reading that. But yeah, let's take a look at the character himself. He comes with a shield. This is a very bright red. I kind of remember this shield from the vintage character being more burgundy than this like fireman red, but very cool. Still has the same thing where you open it up so that it becomes a bigger shield. And a proper clip-on for him to hold it. Very nice. Put that on him in a little bit. And he comes with all of the limb extension pieces. So these curved ones are for his arm, straight ones are for his legs. And he has one for the left, one for the right on each one. They're not marked, so you can swap them around, which is pretty cool. And his head and his waist extension part are actually a part of the figure. And he's got the ball joint on the head articulation. All right, so, and the arms are just a quick pop out. You put in the extension pieces. And now we will have a fully extended Extendar. This is all really nice and easy to pop out and put in, so very cool. But it's as easy as all that. And put in the last leg piece, and there we go. And now he is a fully extended Extendar figure. Come on, you can stand. I know you can. Oh, this leg isn't straight. There we go. That's better. All right, and there he is, fully extended. And I do have, as you saw in the opening, I do have the vintage Extendar still. I got this not so long ago. I had no idea they were gonna redo Extendar, and he was actually one of my favorite characters from the vintage line. Excuse me. He, this Origins Extendar seems to be a little bit taller. Not by much, but he's just slightly bigger. And yeah, I remember Extendar was, I believe, for me, he was the last figure of the Masterverse line that I got, because by this time it was around 1985 or 6, somewhere around there. And at that point, you know, my mom was like, no more toys for you, blah blah blah. So I do remember Extendar being one of the last figures that I was able to get. In any case, I did go out of my way to go get a vintage figure from eBay. The legs are, one leg is loose, the other one is glued, but he stands properly, so love that. And yeah, let's see how the shield works on him. You just clip it in. Oh, there you go, nice. You just clip it in and that's it. And he's got all of the articulation points of the Origin, so that's really, really nice. The fact that he's got articulation points as well as his extending feature. And he has gripping hands, which in the vintage figure, for whatever reason, he never had. So I'm glad he's got a gripping hand. I'm gonna see if I can find a sword to put it in, and you know, give him something cool to mess around with. I know in the classic line, he came with some kind of lance. Unfortunately, they didn't do the lance for this figure. But I did see a tease for a Masterverse Extendar, so hopefully he'll get the lance if they release him in Masterverse. But let me see if I can find something real quick to throw on him. All right, so I kind of found a little sword to put on him. This is half the sword from Mumra from Bandai figure. It's a perfect size for him right now. I'll try to find something a little more medieval, but at least in the meantime, for the video, this works out just nicely. I love the fact that he has all of these articulation points. Obviously, the vintage figure wasn't able to have all of that, and this is cool. Like this little part on the bottom, his chin there. In the vintage figure, that's all gold, so I never saw that detail. I never saw this little voice box that he has down there. I always thought that was just a bottom lip, because you can't really see that on the vintage figure. But that's cool. But now that I am really looking at it, yes, the vintage figure does have that as well. It's just kind of hard to see because the head doesn't move around from the faceplate in front. And I do love the fact that the Origin figure and the vintage figure kind of have that same iridescent pearl looking silver for the armor. Like the Origins actually made it almost exactly the same plastic style as the vintage. That's pretty great. I love that because I always love this kind of like pearlescent swirling look on his armor. All right, and here he is fully extended size-wise next to the biggest figure that Masterverse has released so far, which is the new Eternia 2 Bad. And as you can see, he is just ever so slightly taller than 2 Bad now. And this is an Origins figure. So that's really kind of cool. Yeah, he can definitely fit in the Masterverse style. You can squat him down, make him look like a dwarf, and all of a sudden he's big. Oops, he fell down. But yeah, that's really cool. You can make him bigger than the Masterverse 2 bed. And I didn't think he was gonna reach that height, but yeah, he definitely does. This is so cool. And here he is size-wise next to my vintage He-Man, who is also the same size as the Origins He-Man. I just can't find my Origins He-Man because I'm pretty sure my son took him somewhere. But yeah, as you can see, he definitely towers over the Origins vintage sizes. All right, and here he is with both Extendars, the Origins and the vintage, dwarfed down to their normal size. And yeah, as you can see, he's pretty much a 1-for-1 on the whole stature of this figure. The one thing I do like is that his arms and shoulders are a little more out. This one is the vintage one. He was always just straightforward. But you know, the vintage one, Extendar was definitely one of my favorite characters because he was so unique for the Masterverse line. So I really liked him. And again, as one of the last figures I bought, he's one of the figures that I have really fond memories of. I remember using him all the time while I was still able to play. The backs, again, Mattel did almost pretty much a 1-for-1 on the designs from the vintage to the Origins line. I mean, this is great. This is like, can't really ask for much more than this. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites. As you can see, over the time, age has discolored his legs a little bit, his hands. This gold, I had to do a little bit of repaint on because the discolorization from always pulling the arm to extend turned it slightly green. And that happened to my vintage figure, my original vintage figure that I had. And I had no idea at that time that it had to do with the fact that the oil in your fingers were just discoloring the paint. So on this one, it's all, the gold is kind of plastic parts. So that's really cool. I mean, there is some painted parts here, but for the most part, the parts that you have to pull to extend, it's all plastic gold. So you shouldn't have any of the discolorization issues for this figure. All right, and here's another thing. He also has waist articulation, which the vintage figure does not have. So on top of his head being on a ball joint, you can also move his waist articulation, give him some really dynamic night posing. That's great. I love this. This is the coolest way to have this figure. Yeah, I really like that. I'm glad that he is fully articulated, even at the points where he never had articulation before. Like, you can swing his arms around, you can swing his legs around. Really cool. And all the pieces are interchangeable because all the pegs are the same. So a lot of fun to be had with this figure. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at the Origins Extendar from Mattel Creations. And if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.